Most clothing brands die before they even start. Not because people don't have ideas, but because they never figure out how to turn those ideas into a collection that actually works. If you've been stuck staring at a blank screen, unsure how to connect your ideas into something real, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I design a collection that sells, from raw inspiration to finished visuals, all step by step. If you're new here, I'm Justin, aka Jiggy with J, and I made this channel to document my entire journey of building a clothing brand from scratch. And I'm bringing you along with me through every success, mistake, and everything in between. So let's jump straight into it. This is going to be a longer video than usual, so I included chapters if you want to skip around and get straight to what you need. To keep things simple, I've broken down this video into 3 main parts: finding your inspiration, figuring out your collection, and building your collection. Every good collection starts with inspiration. This first part is where you want to save as many images as you want to use as reference when creating your collection. When you're looking for inspiration, you should always keep this question in mind. What world do I want people to step into when they wear my clothes? Personally, I like to start with Pinterest because it's easy to use and there's also a ton of ideas you can get just by browsing around. With Pinterest, you have the ability to save image references onto a board and go back to them whenever you want. The more images you save, the better the algorithm will perform and give you more of what you're looking for. Aside from Pinterest, you could also explore retail websites like Zumiez, PacSun, or Culture Kings for even more inspiration. Just save whatever you think is cool and skip over what isn't. Like the great Bruce Lee once said, absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own. There's no right or wrong way to do this part, just do what feels right to you. But to be honest, some of the best inspiration comes from real life. As a creative, I think it's important to take a break from your usual routine. Go outside and touch some grass, pull up to a show, watch a film, just feel something. Because the best ideas don't live on your phone, they live in moments you actually experience. Now that we know our vibe, it's time to figure out what pieces to include. For the sake of this video, let's do a 4-piece collection: a t-shirt, hoodie, sweatpants, and a hat. I like to lay everything out visually. That's why I build all of my designs in vector mockups first. It helps me see how everything works together, and if I decide to change it up, I can do it very quickly. You can absolutely design everything from scratch by making your own mockups. But that process could take hours, days, or even weeks depending on your experience with Adobe Illustrator. That's why I built my Streetwear Starter Mockup Pack, not as a shortcut, but as a solution. The pack gives you clean, easy to edit garment templates so you can visualize your entire collection before ever spending money on samples. What sets this mockup pack apart is that it's stripped down and simplified, making it beginner friendly while still clean enough for more experienced users. No clutter or complex details, just simple, high-quality mockups that clearly communicate your ideas. With this pack, you get 20 premium mockups with multiple angles and views, so you can build full collections in minutes. It's made for Adobe Illustrator, but I've also included high-res transparent PNGs, so you can use them in other apps like Procreate or Canva. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check it out. Now let me show you how it works. After downloading the file, unzip it and look for the folder titled Streetwear Starter Pack V1 Full Set. Open the AI folder and launch the main Illustrator file. This gives you a full overview of every mockup included in this pack. Now let's start building your collection. Create a new Illustrator document and name it whatever you like. I'll call mine Collection 1. I recommend setting the artboard size to 8.5 by 11 inches. It's a standard paper size, which makes it easy to print later if you want a physical copy to sketch on, review, or share. Now I'm going to open up my graphics file. If you don't have any graphics yet, it's all good. You can always create them later on. But I highly recommend making at least a few so you could test out how your designs look on actual pieces. If you like a video on how to design graphics from scratch, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, now that our collection page is all set up in Illustrator, let's start with a t-shirt. Before we do that, I like to split my screen in half so it's easier to drag and drop mockups into the new file. We'll start with the oversized tee on the top left corner of the pack. Just click and drag it over or copy and paste using Command C and Command V. You can also use Command minus or Command plus to zoom in and out, and click and drag to reposition anything on the page. Now repeat the same steps for the other pieces. Let's bring in a full zip hoodie next. Nice. Add a pair of sweatpants to go with it. When you're building out a collection, always think about how your pieces will work together. Creating sets or complementary items not only looks cohesive, but it also increases the chances of selling multiple products in a single order, like this hoodie and sweatpants combo. This is looking solid so far. To complete the fit, let's add in a trucker hat. Drag it over, perfect. Before we go any further, I want to quickly cover 3 basic Illustrator tools you'll need. The selection tool, direct selection tool, and pen tool. You'll find them on the toolbar on the left. If you're ever unsure on what each tool does, just hover over the icon and click Learn More. Let's break them down. Here we have the selection tool. This is your main tool for selecting and moving objects. For example, if you want to reposition the entire t-shirt, just click it and drag it anywhere on the artboard. Now the direct selection tool is a little more tricky. It lets you edit anchor points and paths so you can adjust shapes. Let's say you want to lengthen the sleeves on the tee. Choose the direct selection tool, double click on the shirt to show the anchor points. Drag the sleeve anchor outward to extend it, and now you have a customized fit. The pen tool allows you to make or reshape paths to build new details. Let's say you want to add a double layer hem effect to the bottom of the shirt. Select the pen tool, click on the corner of the shirt to place your first anchor point. Hold shift to keep your line straight as you place the next points. Draw around the shape and close the path. You've now added a second hem layer, simple and customizable. These 3 tools alone unlock a ton of creative freedom. And if you ever forget what a tool does, you can always hover over to get a quick refresh. Once you get comfortable, Illustrator becomes a powerful tool. Now that we have a solid layout for our collection, let's sauce it up. We'll start with a t-shirt. It's looking a little plain right now, so let's switch it up. All of the mockups come grouped when you first bring them in. Make sure you're using the selection tool. Click the shirt, then right click, ungroup. Once it's ungrouped, we can customize the individual parts. Let's change the color. Select the shirt body and head over to the fill and stroke panel. Double click the fill to open up the color picker. You can choose any color of the rainbow here. For this example, I'm going to go with a washed black. So I'll drag over the color picker into the dark gray area. This looks good right here. Here's a quick tip. Now that everything is ungrouped, you can move or edit the outlines however you like. Adjust the collar width, crop the tee, shorten or lengthen the sleeves, whatever matches your design vision. You have full flexibility to shape the garment exactly how you want. The possibilities are endless, so don't be afraid to experiment and make it your own. Now let's add a graphic to the t-shirt. Minimize the mockup pack for now and bring in your graphics file so it's easy to drag and drop the designs into your collection page. To resize a graphic, just select it, hold shift, and drag a corner in or out to scale it evenly. This size looks good here. Next, let's move on to the hoodie. We'll follow the same steps as before. Make sure you're on the selection tool, click on the hoodie, right click, ungroup. Now let's change the color. Select the hoodie, go to the fill and stroke panel, and double click on the fill square to open up the color picker. I'm going to go with a dark purple, so I'll choose a shade that I feel looks right. Hit OK once you're happy with it. For this hoodie, I'm going to use the skeleton graphic. Drag it in, and if needed, hold shift while scaling it up or down to keep the proportions clean. Now that's looking fire. Let's jump to the sweatpants. If you want a matching sweatsuit, you can repeat the same process, change the color to the same purple, and add the remaining skeleton elements. Matching sets are a great way to increase perceived value and encourage a 2-piece order instead of a single item. You can also mix and match. For example, pairing the t-shirt with the sweatpants still keeps the same vibe. But let's try something different with these sweatpants and make them camo instead. To get the camo, let's go on Google and search for camo pattern. I'll use this gray one right here. Copy and paste it into Illustrator. Resize it so it's fully covering the sweatpants. Move the pattern below your collection layout. Ungroup the sweatpants and make a copy of just the sweatpants shape. Paste it directly on top of the camel pattern. Now select both the pant shape and the camel pattern. Right-click, make clipping mask. This crops the pattern into the shape of the pants. Drag the new camel pants back into place. You'll notice that the pattern is sitting above the outlines and hiding the details. To fix that, select the camel shape, right-click, arrange, send to back. Now the outlines sit on top of the pants and are looking real good. Very solid. Maybe you want to change the color of the drawstrings. What you could do is double click on the drawstrings to go into isolation mode and click on the drawstrings again to select it. Let's change it to black. Hit OK and then double click anywhere outside of the sweatpants to exit isolation mode. That's looking a lot better with the black accents. Let's finish it off by adding a graphic. This looks so good right now. Now let's jump to the trucker hat. I want to make this one a two-tone black and white. Start by ungrouping, then ungrouping again so you could select the individual pieces. Click the front bill and change it to black. And do the same for this top button. Perfect. Now drag over your graphic, resize it while holding shift, and drop it into place. Done. You just built 4 solid pieces in minutes, 3 essentials and 1 statement piece. And it already looks like a real collection. Let's do 2 more just for fun. Go up to Document Setup, Edit Artboards, and hit the plus icon to create a new artboard. For the next items, let's do a puffer jacket and a varsity jacket. For the puffer, I'm thinking something bold. Let's go with the acid green to make it pop. Add a small logo on the chest and boom, you're done. Once you get comfortable with these tools, you'll see how fast ideas can turn into real designs. Now for the varsity jacket. This mock-up is a bit more advanced because of the layered color blocking, so I'll walk you through it step by step. This mock-up is grouped using live paint, which means regular ungroup won't work. You can tell it's live paint when you see these small cross marks on the anchor points. To edit the colors, select the jacket, go to Object, Live Paint, Release. Once you release it, the stroke will automatically thin out. All of my mockups are set at 1 point stroke, so if you see it change to 0.5 stroke, just go up to the stroke setting and switch it back to 1 point. With the jacket selected, choose the Live Paint bucket tool. I'm going to color in the main body first. Live Paint allows you to click and fill specific areas, almost like coloring in a digital coloring book. Choose an off-black color so the outlines still show through, and click to fill the body. Nice, the base is done. Now let's fill in the remaining panels and trim. Solid. Let's bring in the graphics. We'll add a chest hit here, and another one on the opposite side. We can also add some sleeve graphics like this. You'll notice that the graphic extends outside of the sleeve area. To fix that, we're going to mask it. Similar to what we did with the camel sweatpants, but this time we only need to mask the sleeve portion. Grab the pen tool, draw the outline of the sleeve area you want the graphic to stay inside. Click to place an anchor point. Click and drag to create the curves to follow the sleeve shape, and then close the shape to complete the outline. Make sure the graphic is behind the outline you just drew. Right-click, arrange, send to back. Select both the shape and the graphic, right-click, make clipping mask. Now the graphic sits perfectly within the sleeve. You can adjust the mask by editing the anchor points if needed. Once you're happy with one sleeve, just repeat the same steps for the other side. At the end of the day, designing a collection isn't about chasing trends. It's about creating something that feels true to you and resonates with people who see the world the way you do. If you're ready to build your own collection, you can create everything from scratch, or use my mockup pack to speed up your workflow and bring your ideas to life faster. I've linked it down below along with a few free resources I personally use when designing. If you learned something new today, drop a like, leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts. And as always, hit that subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos that'll help you level up your brand and your design skills. If you enjoyed this one, here are a couple other videos that'll help you push your creativity even further. And I'll see you in the next one. Design beyond boundaries. Peace.